If you use facial recognition for anything, the government has your face, lol. Hey yo, wait until you find out about driver licenses. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Deely, your daily dose for Reddit memes. And today we're looking through r/facepalm. I've known people that wear a mask religiously and have still gotten the virus. Yeah. I've known people who obey speed limits and traffic lights still get into car accidents. People who didn't smoke get lung cancer. How many helmeted kids get hurt on bikes? The fact that no safety precaution is 100% effective is not an excuse to act irresponsibly. With your profile picture of a shocked looking man, no, I'm shocked. Japan has less than 1,000 COVID deaths. They never went into full economic shutdown. They have an unemployment rate of 2.6%. How'd they do it? Virtually everybody wears a mask. Americans have no idea how frickin' stupid they look on the world stage. On the world stage, we're the janitors. Trump tells Fox News Radio he didn't retreat into White House bunker for protection from potential intruders, but instead to examine the place. It was much more of an inspection. No, see, Your Honor, I didn't myself. I was testing the capacity of my pants, that's all. My girlfriend is currently crying because she thought the $70 she wanted to spend on adopting a koala bear from the Australian brush fires was actually going to physically get her a koala bear. Like, they would just FedEx that to us and not just her become a sponsor. You don't want a koala bear, first of all. Hey, yo. Send her a drop bear. Send her a drop bear, send her some Ozamite, and a note that says good luck. One time I was late to practice, and coach made me run laps. My dad was the coach, and he drove me to practice. But I had to run laps because I was late. Whatever. Alright, cool, whatever. Sure, I spent 50 years of my life studying viruses, just so I could trick rednecks into wearing paper masks. That was my career goal. 5 decades of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears went into a funny prank. Okay. MAGA-themed wedding pays tribute to Trump. How empty is your life when you make your wedding about another man? Not even the man you're marrying? Alright. The 4 COVID personality types, spotted at a local grocery store. One believes in science, one denies science, one doesn't understand science, and the final believes in magic. Because of mail-in ballots, 2020 will be the most rigged election in our nation's history, unless this stupidity is ended. Okay, believe me. We voted during World War I and World War II with no problem. But now they're using COVID in order to cheat by using mail-ins. Wait, Donnie, do you believe World War I and World War II were fought on our shores? Are you aware that the men serving abroad in those wars voted by mail? Trump, you know this? What do you think, they took a timeout? A person infected with measles went to a Portland Trailblazers game last week and got 22 people infected. The year is 2019, not 1819, and this happened. No way I can do this, but someone should count the number of times Obama uses the term I in his ridiculous 700-page book. We might have here the greatest egoist of all time, at least outside of lunatic asylums. Oh no. What kind of monster writes their memoir in the first person? You make a great point, bud. The USPS is viewed favorably by 91% of Americans despite billions in losses annually. It's a service. It doesn't lose money, it costs money. No one says the military loses $750 billion a year. I'm gonna start saying that. I'm just wondering when one of these televangelists have been showing up at hospitals and performing miracles on all the coronavirus patients. Don't let Kenneth Copeland do it, he'll zap your youth. Why does it look like that for every single one? All televangelists look like they survive off of the life force of other people. Reaching their hand out to touch your forehead, you instantly age, and one wrinkle goes away on Kenneth Copeland's forehead, and he goes, ha ha ha! The bank says I can't afford a $950 mortgage, so I pay $1,400 a month in rent instead. Figured that works out. Why do I need an AR-15? Because someday the government may tell me I'm not allowed to put my sick son on a plane and fly him to Italy for treatment. And believe me when I tell you I will be putting him on that plane. I need an AR-15 in case I need to hijack a plane to fly my son to a country with socialized healthcare. It's currently my favorite take on gun ownership, because it completely avoids the real problem at hand with what you're stating. Drop the AR-15 and open up healthcare for everybody. For free. My sister started 8th grade and it's all on Zoom, and today she got in trouble because she got up to get water during class. As she's getting yelled at, she looks at me and says, "How does bitch go to me I can't get water in my own house?" Hey, fair enough. During this pandemic, you really see who your real friends are. Who's checking up on you, making sure you're okay. Remember that when this is all over. You know, I feel like we need to constantly remind ourselves that the entire world does not revolve around us. Testing people's loyalties during a pandemic is narcissistic. At best, narcissistic. At worst, you're a terrible person. Use this metric system, use this metric system, use this metric system. All of them. but only one's been to the moon. You know that NASA uses the metric system? But they didn't go to the moon. America did, says the Donald Trump Jr. Facebook post. I feel like that'd be a legitimate counter argument he would make. I don't know, I see it. Today I learned that New Zealand let health experts make the decisions about how to deal with the pandemic rather than politicians, and as of today they have 0 COVID cases. Wow, it's almost as if science and common sense works. And that was in July of 20... Wow, makes me jealous. Last week, my daughter was sent home from school to change a pair of shorts she was wearing these said were too short. This week, the health district issued a mandatory mask in public order, and schools said they don't have anything they can do for non-compliance. You mean like sending them home? Wishing all our loved ones, neighbors, and friends across the country lighting their first candle night a beautiful, happy Hanukkah. Oh, what's wrong with wishing us a Merry Christmas? Because it's the first night of Hanukkah, not Christmas yet. It's the 10th, buddy. So, Christmas is a month-long occasion. Starts in November. School boards. We don't have the power to enforce a mask policy on students. Also school boards. No dreadlocks, no haircuts with designs, no distracting hair colors, no visible shoulders, no bra strap showing, no knees showing, no open-toe shoes, no political shirts. You get the point. It's been an interesting day. To anyone frustrated with the Robinhood investment app, I'm not the CEO you're looking for. Wrong guy, everybody. Oops. Norway is the happiest country in the world. What's the secret? Wow. I can't believe that a wealthy country with free healthcare and education, high wages, a strong middle class, and nearly a month paid vacation time by law is happy. Unbelievable. If you're having a bad day, remember that we unloaded 6,000 bricks in the wrong address. Ooh. Yo, is that Tom Holland in the back? It looked a little bit like him at first. Yo, Tom, you training for the new movie? This morning, the young barista woman told me that a customer came in with a mask but not wearing it. When she asked the customer to put on her mask, please, the woman said, "Why? There's no one in here." That customer not seeing the barista as a someone very much tracks to my anecdotal experience of non-mask wearers. That about tracks, yeah. Barber shaves triangle into man's hair after he pauses video of a model he wanted to look like. Ooh. Well, now you look like a walking YouTube video. Hell yeah. Imagine being Bill Gates right now. You spend 30 years of your life and $50 billion of your own money supporting humanitarian causes. You directly save hundreds of thousands of lives in Southeast Asia by providing anti-malaria netting to half of a continent. You drop infant mortality rates throughout the entire developing world by funding vaccine programs, including vaccinating 40 million children for polio. And amongst a plethora of philanthropic endeavors, you fund free education platforms like Khan Academy so people can have free access to high-quality education. Then after donating half of your wealth to charity and pledging 90% of the remainder to charity in your will, arguably doing more to better life on Earth for humanity than any other human being to ever live, you hop on the internet, only to find a million scientifically illiterate imbeciles that are using the very computers you pretty much invented in the first place to call you a child-murdering archvillain antichrist because they watch a YouTube video made by some other yokel with a comprehension of a potato. Imagine being Bill Gates. Christians and Muslims are brothers and sisters, and we must act as such. Why don't you ask Muslims to convert to Christianity? Please read John 14:6. Yo, did you just seriously ask the Pope to read the Bible? When I was 17, I worked at a bagel place, and each night we loaded dumpsters of bagels from the day. A homeless man came in and asked for a bagel, and rather than throw them out, I gave him a few in a plastic bag. My boss reviewed the cameras and fired me for, quote, feeding the animals. And that is what radicalized me. I paid $2,000 a month in rent for my family's home. I made every payment on time during COVID. A mistake made either by me or the payment system, I really don't know, caused me to underpay my rent this month by $2.51. I just received a letter from my rental company threatening eviction unless I pay my balance immediately. My property management company is threatening to kick me and my family out of my home for 0.01% of my rent. But I still have to wait 2 weeks for them to fix a sink. So, glad that there's that standard. Hey, how you gonna be called Robinhood then start shutting down when Robinhood stuff starts happening? Huh? Weirdos. In light of current market volatility, we are restricting transactions for certain securities at position closing only, including AMC and GME. Hey yo, is this you? You said let the people trade in 2016? Is that you? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson recently told people that he decided to watch Moana with his 4-year-old daughter Jasmine and was extremely excited to reveal to her that he voiced Maui. I said, you know, that's Daddy's voice, and I'm gonna show you. Maui starts singing and then I start singing, and within 10 seconds she's trying to put a pillow over my mouth and says, "You're ruining the song." Yeah, quiet down, Dwayne. You're ruining the song, man. Scoop. The Wisconsin pharmacist who sabotaged 500 doses of the Moderna Coronavirus vaccine also believes the earth is flat and the sky is actually a shield put up by the government to prevent individuals from seeing God. What a nutcase, oh my god. Oh, he looks creepy. How you gonna say all lives matter when just 2 months ago you wanted to sacrifice your grandma for the economy? Weirdos. Wouldn't it be nice if pro-lifers focused on suicide prevention, or ending the death penalty, or fighting poverty, or curbing hunger, or stopping gun violence and police killings, or combating the opioid epidemic, or ending wars? You know, things that would actually save lives. Yeah, me too. Friends, I'm desperate here. I am a newly non-vaccinated and I want to write about vaccination dangers for my final thesis in college. However, I have to use scholarly journals, etc. as my sources. When I search deep into GSU's library, every article seems to be pro-vax and nothing supporting my argument. Does anyone have some scholarly docs that I can use to prove my point effectively? Thank you all. You know, the fact that you can't find any journals to back up your viewpoint may suggest you need to reassess your viewpoint. No, I'm not wrong. The archives are incomplete. Schools are saying we can't enforce mask wearing, as if they haven't enforced girls to cover up for decades. If you could send me home for wearing a tank top, you could send someone home for not wearing a mask. That's true, that's real. That's real. This is the standard vaccine composition. Which of these chemicals do you object to having on your body? And then he lists a bunch of chemicals. And this person goes, all of them. Really? Because I've just given you the chemical composition of an apple, which is living testimony to the fact that anti-vaxxers aren't qualified to know what they're scared of. Thought you should know that. Don't bother calling for takeout. They put you on hold and never come back. Oh, I'm sorry for your inconvenience. The server taking your order had a seizure while doing so and couldn't complete the process. When you showed up to retrieve your order and it wasn't ready, even though there was an ambulance in front of the restaurant and we were tending to the medical emergency at hand, we offered to complete your order at that time. I'm sorry that you declined and chose to complain in a public forum. Man. Oh, man. I'm in my fist clench up, man. People are... Oh. Facepalm showcases the worst in people, I think. Angela Merkel has a doctorate for her thesis on quantum chemistry. Our president called her stupid. What's stupid is he needs 2 hands to sip from a small glass. If you want $15 minimum wage, don't complain when your Taco Bell order costs $38 for a burrito. The most expensive Taco Bell burrito in Washington, D.C., where the minimum wage is already $15, costs $3.79. Jordan, Rachel. You moron, you dolt, you dingus. When you're 5 years old and it's your first day of school ever, and they expect you to know how to read, type, and send emails. Now you can just stare at the screen like monkey. I have lived next to the same guy for 3 years. Thought his name was Steve. I call him Steve. His name is Steve on my phone. I've been to his apartment. We've had dinner. His name is Brian. His dog is Steve. You had dinner with the dog? My boyfriend turned down 5 fully paid scholarships just to stay here with me. I really love this man so much. Yo, your boyfriend dumb as hell. He turned down 5 fully paid scholarships? I know if my girlfriend had gotten any sort of fully paid scholarship, I would be like, do it, you know, pursue that. I'm not gonna test your loyalty to me by whether or not you're gonna turn down a good opportunity to pursue to further your life. That's stupid. A Georgia high school suspended 2 students for posting photos of crowded hallways with not a mask in sight. When someone praises socialism. Oh, hey, I'm an owl expert here, known as an ornithologist. The owl is in fact orgasming. Thanks. Thanks for the info. Yahoo refuses to buy Google for $1 million in 1998. In 2002, Yahoo realizes its mistake and tries to buy Google for $3 billion. Google says, give us $5 billion, and Yahoo says no. In 2008, Yahoo refuses to be sold to Microsoft for $40 billion. In 2016, Yahoo was sold to Verizon for $4.6 billion. Don't be like Yahoo. Don't be too stubborn. If you need 144 rolls of toilet paper for a 14-day quarantine, you probably should have been seeing a doctor long before COVID-19. But of course, we don't believe in doctors, do we? Bernie Sanders should be forced to give away 90% of his birthday cake. Hashtag happy birthday, Bernie. Actually, this is how birthday cakes work when you have friends. You give away a lot of it. Don't buy Goodyear tires, leave it out to bear it on MAGA hats. Get better tires for less. This is what the radical left Democrats do. Two can play the same game, and we have to start playing it now. Well, Goodyear's chief competitors are Firestone/Bridgestone, Continental, Michelin, and Pirelli. So you're saying buy anything but American. Okay, all right. Which addiction's yours? God, I just love Uber too much. I cannot stop ordering Ubers to my house and having them drive me to the nearest bus stop and calling another Uber to go to the next one. Just It's a rush. Uber Eats just spent 5.5 million plus whatever it cost to get Cardi B, Mike Myers, and Dana Carvey to tell us to support local restaurants, while putting local restaurants out of business by charging them 30% delivery fees. Nice. Hi, excuse me. I just found out that the professor for this online course I'm taking died in 2019, and he's technically still giving classes since he's literally my professor for this course, and I'm learning from lectures recorded before his passing. It's a great class, but what? Ghost professor. After seeing half a country actively reject wearing a mask during a pandemic, I would like to apologize to the filmmakers of every horror movie ever made for calling their characters unbelievably dumb for going into the murder basement. Turns out that's exactly what we would do. People who leave their phones set to military time are frickin' war criminals. How do you look at 1605 and go, wow, I can't understand that? Bootlickers, what's next? You gonna join the army? Recruit me? Americans be like, okay, I can't count past 12 actually. Yeah, I can't, so what? You're gonna call me out on that. I am literally locked inside a 24-hour fitness right now. They closed the doors and went home while I was swimming laps in the pool. Doesn't the name suggest these stay open 24 hours? Walking around trying to figure out how to get out. I called Sandy Dispatch. They told me they'd call me back. I called my wife. She said find a comfortable place to sleep. What would I do if I was locked inside a 24-hour fitness? What would I eat? Are those at 24-hour fitnesses? Brianna just gave me a brilliant idea. I would have sustenance. And I would have all the time in the world to get frickin' swole. I would break the doors. What are they gonna do? I consumed all of their whey protein. Outdoor yoga and a dome pop-up coming in Toronto. So we just let the homeless sleep in the rain and snow because why? When we have these domes here? All right, whatever. I guess. I remember seeing this. Remember back in November when that white dude tried to post about being a black gay guy. It was clearly meant for an alt account he had. I'm a black gay guy and I can personally say that Obama did nothing for me. My life only changed a little bit and it was for the worse. Everything is so much better under Trump though. I feel respected, which I never do when Democrats are involved. By the way, my name's Dean Browning, I'm a white guy. And that's gonna be it for r/Facepalm, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did like the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more daily dealy videos. And until next time, I'll be seeing ya.